Get ready for the ultimate 7-day challenge. Join us as we dive into detailed exercises, targeting each muscle effectively for a better body. We will guide you through proper form and alignment, maximizing your results. Embrace this empowering journey. Nourish your body with wholesome foods and witness incredible transformations. This challenge is exclusive at epixfitness.com, where we will bring you the latest and best workouts for you. Don't miss out on this life-changing opportunity. Sign up now for free and unleash the stronger, fitter you. Link in the description or head over to epixfitness.com. Now, let's dive into our workout for the day. Arms, preacher curl machine, tricep skull crushers with an EZ bar, prone curl machine, tricep pushdowns with a rope.
Right now, what we're doing right now is called a preacher curl, but we're doing it with a tighter grip, so we hit a lot of the brachialis. Not so much just the peak of the bicep, but hit the brachialis also. Come on, Chuck. That's it, 15 reps, 15 reps. Breathe it out. A month. That's it. Good.
For a small muscle group, I always try to do at least 9 sets. That's all we need because we're going to train pretty hard. Sure. You know, we may do 4 sets for this, but then everything else is going to be just 3.
And obviously, with any smaller muscle group, you don't need 20 sets.
No.
Your sets are generally cut down as it is normally, so obviously a smaller group is going to be even more so.
Yes.
And the brachialis muscle, for those who don't know at home, Charles, is the small muscle
One we never hit. One we never hit.
Bicep and the tricep that nobody ever hits.
You'll see a lot of guys on stage that have a big bicep, big tricep, and then their arms flat. You know, and you're like, something's missing, but people don't know what it is. It's because the brachialis muscle has developed.
And you'll notice it in 2 poses in particular, the back double biceps, and actually the front relaxed pose where you're standing like this, there's that big void right there.
Right. But we'll take care of that.
This is a great machine to do this because you've got this handle system here which actually curves up from the straight position.
It allows you to go all the way down into it and hit it right. There we go. Good. Alvin has some great biceps. See, he trains your arms. Look at the brachialis on him.
Yeah.
It's coming out really nice. Yeah, this is right here where we're working. Also, at the top, we hit the peak of the bicep. Lock it in more.
Charles, I noticed that Adam's not sitting on this. He's actually got his legs back, actually leaning out over this. Is that by design?
Yes, because once you start to sit, you end up having a tendency to rock back with it. But when you're leaning into it, all the pressure is right on the bicep.
Gotcha.
There you go. Woo. There you go. See, the contraction is much greater this way than any other way. When you sit there and you rock with it, you lose that contraction. But when you're leaning into the movement of the muscle, the contraction is great.
Plus, you're specifically trying to hit this muscle group. Not the biceps in particular, you're going to do that as we continue.
Oh, yeah. And we want the brachialis and also a little bit of the bicep.
Sure.
There you go. Come on, bring it up. Good. Lean into the pull. Right there. That's it. Hold the head up a little more. There you go. Right there. Squeeze it out. Ready? Hold it. Now they go.
Charles, I noticed even on this exercise, even though he's got a grip on there, his grip is loose. He's only using...
Because you don't need it, because you got this bar here.
That's right.
The way it's curved, perfect. Perfect. So that way, there's not a lot of stress on the forearm.
I noticed he's not white knuckling that thing. Again, putting the emphasis on the forearms and taking it off the brachialis muscle where you're trying to train.
Yeah. All bicep. Come on, bring it up. Squeeze it out. That's good. 3 more. 3. 3 good. Come on. 2. Come on. Last one. Bring it in. Come on. Bring it in. That's it. Got it. All right. Good set. Now, flex it. Come on. Hold it. Ready? There you go. That's it.
Good bicep development.
Good. All right. Now what I'd like to do, I'll hit 1 bicep, 1 tricep, 1 bicep, 1 tricep. Why? Because if I keep hitting bicep, all I'm gonna do is fatigue that muscle, and I'm not gonna get a lot out of it. I'd rather switch it up every now and then, so that way I get a lot more productivity out of it. All right?
Okay, Adam, how's that pump so far?
I can hardly move my arms right now, man. It's good. It's good.
Just remember, you asked for it. Charles, what do we got here?
Right now, we're going to tricep, and what we're going to do is the decline. Well, traditionally, you do it on a flat bench, but I like to do a decline because I get a lot more stress on that tricep, and the contraction is much greater. So, you ready? Let's go up and start the weight.
Now, Charles, can we do this with a big body part as well, or is it pretty much relegated to small body parts where you're going from bicep to tricep?
You can do it on a big body part, but you wear a big body part out faster.
Right.
There's no such thing as you're going to do chest, back, chest,
Right,
back.
that's what I was
That's
gonna
too
say.
big body part, and you won't, forget it. Forget it.
Okay.
Elbows in, down to the forehead, now toward my hand. There you go. Now you have the stress where? On your tricep. That's it. Come on. Bring it up. Good. At the top, you want to squeeze it. Hold it. There you go. Hold it. That's it. Come on. Good. Come on. Bring it up. Give me 12. Give me 12 reps. Good. Come on. That's it. Come on. Bring it up. Good. At the top, you want to squeeze it.
All right. Up one. So we're on a decline.
Yes.
You've also got, he's obviously at a decline angle. He's also angling the bar back.
Right.
This is not a skull crusher. This is a French curl.
More
Big difference.
French curl, yes.
Big difference. Skull crusher traditionally comes from about the bridge of your nose straight up.
For when
French curl comes off the back of your head and not an angle.
But you gotta understand, when you do it this way, you put more stress on your tricep and less when you what? Joints.
On the joints.
Yeah.
Very important. Hey, 7 in the first set, dumped it up to 85 in the second. You going up for a bed?
Yeah, we're going up. We keep going up until the form starts to, you don't want the form to suffer.
Right.
That's it. If the form starts to suffer, check your ego, leave it outside, make sure you don't hurt yourself.
Adam, you notice the difference between doing this on a decline and doing it on a flat bench?
Yeah, you just feel a constant pressure in your tricep. But the sweet thing is about this exercise, it's just your tricep. I don't feel it in my shoulders. I don't feel it in my elbows, and I certainly don't feel it in my wrists. It's all in the tricep, As Charles said, he knows what he's doing, man. That's why I trust him. That's why
Done us a few times.
once or twice, man.
Good point. Okay, what's the jump, Charles? We go for 70, 85. That we're
95.
10 pounds,
Yeah.
95 pounds.
Yeah.
And Charles, I just want to emphasize once again, when he's doing these, he is not bringing the bar straight up and down. He's keeping it on an angle, constantly keeping tension in the tricep.
Yeah. That from start to finish, there's tension. There's never one time that muscle's gonna relax. Whereas skull crusher, what happened? Take a little pressure off.
Sure, you get that little rest pause at the top. Now, is there any instance, I notice you have a close grip on the easy curl bar. Is there any instance that you would use a wide grip on here?
You can go wide and make it a lot thicker, but then you take the chance of an injury.
Sure.
Then you open yourself up. Now that elbow is gonna get a little pain. Whether you use the straight bar, easy curl bar, whatever, it's gonna pull more stress there. But you keep your elbows in,
Sure.
It takes stress off that tendon as well.
So you're using the grip to keep the elbows in. I've noticed in your training, Charles, you're adamant about not forcing the elbows or the knees or anything into a particular position. You're pretty much letting them go where they want to go.
You have to. That way you avoid that. Now, a lot of people want to force the thing.
Right.
Now you're forcing that muscle to act unnatural. In order to go natural, it's still always to flare out just a little. So I don't mind it flaring out a little. I'm not going to let you do this.
Right.
Because now for a so different exercise. But if it's going to flare a little, let it flare a little. But as you go up, bring it back in where it should be.
But one thing I've seen over the years is trainers actually, like somebody's here doing a behind the neck press, and they're actually folding their elbows in.
Wrong. Can't do it.
It couldn't be more wrong. You are forcing the elbow and the shoulder into a particular position that's not a natural position.
And that's an injury waiting to happen.
Exactly right. How's it feeling, Adam?
They're good.
All right.
They're good.
Charles, I noticed you didn't go up on the last set. Is that by design, or are you just purely going by where his strength is at?
I'm watching him. If he's starting to fatigue a little sooner, can't take him up.
Right.
So if I take him up, I'm going to need to work. This muscle's not going to get anything out of it.
Sure. So you have a general idea of where he trains, because obviously he has trained under you before. But you're always kind of going by the day, so to say, or the leader instinctive training principle, as we all come to know it.
Look at it this way. I can push as hard as I want. Like, what's going to happen? He's going to fatigue. His muscles are going to fail. He's going to get an injury. But if I watch him and just instinctively watch how he trains, it's easier to gauge what he can do, what he can't.
One thing I've noticed with all great trainers, they rarely write anything down. They have a general idea, but like you say, you're going to kind of go with the flow. If he's strong one day, you're going to go with it. If he's a little weaker, maybe as the carbs are coming down closer to the competition, you're going to take that assessment. And there's a reason why the weights come out and off.
Well, I mean, with certain individuals, you know what their strengths and weaknesses are. So you watch them and observe how they're training. You know when they're fatigued, can't go up. And why would I write it down from day to day? That's going to change depending on how many calories you're taking in that day or whatever.
A lot of different factors.
Yeah, cardio, could be didn't sleep well that night, whatever. So I just watch him. We go by what he can do for it. Like you said, his ankle preps, sure, is very good. That is true.
Okay, what's next? Back to biceps?
We go back to biceps, and what I want to do this time, I'm going to do what we call prone curl. It's a new machine also.
Prone curl. Let's do it.
Join our exclusive 7-day fitness challenge and unlock the secrets to a stronger body on epixfitness.com. It's time to sculpt those muscles and conquer new heights with our expert-guided exercises. Scan the QR code or check the video description below to sign up for free. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Challenge yourself, connect with a community of like-minded individuals, and reach your fitness goals together. Limited slots are available, so act now and secure your spot in the 7-day fitness challenge. Visit our website and join the challenge now. Let's make this the best fitness challenge ever.
Here, what we're going to do is call a prone curl. And if you notice, he's going to sit very low so his arms are parallel. And we're going to pull it into our biceps. We're not going to force him to have way above where you're just doing like a elbow curl. I don't want to do that. I want to go strict prone curl. Here we go. You notice his hands are wider?
Yep.
Because we're working more thickness here now. There you go. Come on. Bring it in. Now push your elbow slightly in this tab. There you go. Now you're on top of it. Work for that sneak. If you notice on knees, you can always go free grip because it doesn't bother you. On like a barbell or dumbbell, we got to really grip that bar a little tighter. Here we can open the hand up, keep the stress off the forearm, put more on the bicep.
So, Charles, we could talk a lot about, again, de-emphasizing certain body parts, again, taking the grip and loosening it up. Obviously, by using a machine, like you said, we were able to do that much more than a barbell. But I can't emphasize enough that when you're bodybuilding, and there is a difference between bodybuilding, weightlifting, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, you're just trying to train the biceps. You're not trying to break world records by putting, 40 more pounds on here and gripping this and curling the wrist so that the forearm goes into play. You're not anything about that.
No, it's not about how strong you are, because once you're on this stage, they look at physique. They would see what your physique looks like.
Right.
So if we can do less weight and avoid work injury, we're that much ahead of the game.
So there's no round in bodybuilding. You have to curl a barbell or bench press.
No round at all. It's not like the old Ironman where you do powerlifting and bodybuilding.
Right.
Stiff.
Back in the 40s.
We go.
Back when you first started competing.
Two down.
Charles, two things I'm noticing as Adam rides in pain over here. One, and this is a technique I picked up years ago that I stole from you, of course, was keeping the wrist back.
Slightly back. Why?
Slightly back.
Takes the stress off what?
Takes stress off the forearm. So always keeping that nice flat palm and curling it up.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you mentioned, he's got his legs back off the machine again, so he's not rocking back. He's actually pitched into the machine.
He's not using all the other secondary and third, muscles he can use. He's just using primary muscle.
His range of motion, we would consider full range, even though he's not completely straightening out the bicep.
Understand this, when you completely straighten it all the way out, what are you doing to those tendons and stuff now? gotta be very careful. Slightly bend, bring it back in. This is complete. This here, you're hyperextending the elbow, you're causing other injuries there.
Right, because you want to keep the muscle in play. We're not talking about, again, we're talking about full range of muscle, full range of movement. We're not talking about completely hyperextending the arm. That's where you're running the problem. Because the biceps going to stop functioning at this part.
All the stress goes
right on the tendons and the ligaments. There you go. Last thing you wanted to train.
Step into our store and explore a wide range of high-quality supplements, protein powders, and pre-workouts that will supercharge your workouts and help you achieve your fitness goals. Visit us at epixfitness.com and discover the products that will empower you to become the best version of yourself.
All right, what we're gonna do now is take a look at the tricep. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to hit more of the in the head. So we do a tricep push down, but with a rope. At the end, we're gonna open it up so we get a lot of it out of the head on with the kid. Now, start out inner, but it goes right to outer as we push the rope, okay?
Ropes it is.
Bending at the waist, into the bar, into the machine itself. This way allows him to push down and squeeze. If you're standing upright, it'll be dragging along his body, which we don't want, because now you're getting your shoulders involved. This way we keep the shoulder out.
Charles, one of the things I noticed is with the finesse exercise, you'll tend to burn out a lot quicker. Is that because you are so isolated on a small muscle group that it obviously doesn't have a whole lot of staying power?
Well, we isolate it, but we also slow it down. With the bigger muscle group, people, they rock through it.
Right.
But I make sure they go a little slower, so where all the tension is where? Right on the muscle. Here you go. Now move it nice and slow. There you go. Good. Come on. Slow it down. Good. I need one more just like that. Just one. Come on. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Turn, turn. That's it. Out.
Anything more for us, Charles?
That's it for today because I don't want to destroy it.
And as you said at the top, we don't want to do a whole lot of sets. You're looking at about 9 each on biceps and tricep tops.
Total 9. But sometimes we only end up getting 6 the way we train muscle. Because we train it very hard, very slow, and it just takes a lot more energy to put into that muscle group than to just fire it off. You get 16, 20 sets that way, but we don't want it that way. We want it to grow without doing a lot of fat.
Okay, so we got a little recap then. We started out with biceps.
Yes. Yeah, I like to start with biceps because that's the muscle that people love to train anyways. And a lot of times, the tricep normally the dominant muscle group on a lot of guys. If you ever look, Adam have really good development on this tricep and on to pull those biceps up the mirror. So that's why I started with bi. And we actually did 4 sets there so we can get it really squeezed in and get that blood coursed in there. And then from there, we went to tricep. So we polished it off with another 4 set. Then we end up doing 3 and 3. It makes it even because now it's perfect for him because anything more than that, it's going to destroy him.
Sure.
I like the decline tricep extension because why? It goes behind the head, it keeps it off the joints and joint clean.
Sure.
And you don't have to really grip that bar. You can have it a lot loose. Because use the easy curl bar and have a good natural position and just push through. From there we go to what we call a prone curl. But same thing, leg the way behind you, and we just bring it up easy, keeping the wrist slightly back, trimming off the forearm and also off the wrist. Now we drop down lower so we keep the shoulders out of the play and everything's on what? The bicep now. It's just some bicep movement. And by the time we get to that set, I'm telling you, from the prior set, he's dead. Yeah. This is just a pumping exercise and getting more blood into that muscle. Now we come over to a tricep push down. Why? Because we want to feel that outside head where we never hit. So Doing it with the rope, turning it out, going really focused on that outside head. It's going to hit it just right. By turning at the bottom, wheezing, it works perfect.
You got it. Well, how's the looking punk?
Feel good, man. As I say, one thing I've learned from Charles through the years, and I always tell my clients the same thing, is that it's not the quantity, it's the quality. That's what we're going for, and that's why, this is amazing how much knowledge he has, and not pushing you past that limit where you're gonna get hurt. I feel like just so much blood right now, I don't need to go anymore. It's done. It's over. You know what I mean? I feel good.
Time for more food, Adam.
That's right, more
Like
food.
the mob bowls in your future firehouse.
Let's go back.
If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of fitness enthusiasts. Show your support by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. And guess what? The adventure doesn't end here. Join our 7-day challenge and take your fitness journey to new heights. Sign up now to receive exclusive workouts, expert guidance, and a supportive community that will help you crush your fitness goals. Together, we'll achieve greatness.